Hello, I am Lee Harrington here. I am getting ready for the Northwest Tarot Symposium, and I wanted to share with you some of the decks that I have narrowed down are going to be going with me. Now, I know some people who are like, wait, this is narrowed down? And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you will know, yep, this is narrowed down. I am limiting to myself to what fits in this train case here, except for the deck that I am currently reading about, which is this one here, the Primordial Dreams Tarot by Lynae Zebet. That just came in the mail to me 2 days ago, that I am just absolutely loving already. Like, I haven't even gotten to flip through it much, but like, check this out, right? How beautiful are these cards? With just amazing texture, amazing artwork. And it's not quite its own system, it's still a tarot deck, but yeah, I am enjoying it, and since I am taking that book with me to read on the plane, I think that doesn't count towards my total. Nor does the Earthbound Oracle, which is my go-to deck. Like, this is always in my purse with me. Apparently all the cards are upside down right now. Right, like this is just, I love this. This is the Earthbound Oracle by SkullGarden. I'm sure the person at SkullGarden has a name, but I'm not remembering it right now. I love this little piece. It is just a magic 8-ball in a deck, because traveling around with a magic 8-ball is hard to do. This I will not be open up. So this is a lipstick that's called Sear. It's protected. But this is a deck by Dominic Murphy, who is an artist that does really intense occult artwork, and like there's stuff I instantly go into trance with. I'm taking a little tiny card stand because it's nice to be able to hold one card up. The pieces that fell over are the Next World Tarot. If you are into radical inclusivity in any way, this deck, I mean, the art is just beautiful, just beautiful. I might do a walk through some of these decks some other time. This is just, I can't remember the name of this thing right now. It's not, this, oh, it's probably in the book. Let's see if it says. The Arcane Bullshit deck. I love this because it has cards like, look at this fucking hourglass. I feel that so much, but it is a great way to just have funny conversations. I love using this deck because when I am stuck in these very serious and solemn tropes, it gets me out of my head. It absolutely does. It takes me right back to the what are the questions at hand. The Poesis deck, this has been my card of the day. What do I need to think about? What do I need to think about? What do I need to consider? So this is actually probably going to stay in my room at the event. We'll see. But like, it's just stunning, the Poesis deck. I just find it so beautiful. I would happily have a tattoo of that artist's work on my body. I always carry a stack of take a card home with me kind of cards that are often, honestly, things that came with decks that I purchased. I'm going to be going to a class on Lenormand reading. Lenormand is a totally different reading system than tarot is. And so I have two Lenormand decks, a classic one, and then this one by M. Wotherspoon, who it's a modern re-envision. It actually has a bonus card that instead of man and woman, there's a bonus card called person. So I'm excited to learn more about Lenormand. This is, I found two of them so far. If any of you know where to get more of this Major Arcana only deck, it's all kink themed. It doesn't have a specific artist in it. It doesn't have any information. I was gifted it, and I've since found another one. Sex Positive Tarot. I think this is just going to be a fun thing to show people. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun thing to show people. This is one of my go-to with reading for tarot decks. These are one of my two, this is one of my go-to reading card decks. I find the artwork enchanting. For days that I'm having brain fog, it's got some cheat words in it, which I find really useful. Living Thread Tarot. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to open this one up, actually, as I proceed to knock everything over because I am doing this one-handed. Right? It's like these are the pelvis's suit, but like just even the backs of these cards. It's very Slavic. There's a class that's going to be happening at the Northwest Tarot Symposium that's on Slavic divination. And even though I'm not Slavic, this is the one that from the Living Thread Tarot that just transfixes me. So anyway, I might be going to that, and so this kind of rung to me of both of those topics. Now this, people are going to laugh at me, but this is the Game of Thrones Tarot that I went through, cut off all of the edges. It used to have this white border around everything. I painted all of the sides individually black. This was a passion project. It reads for me, super easy. And sometimes it's really important to remember, if you are new to reading tarot, if you are feeling uncertain, if you don't have a serious enough deck, if it works for you, then it works for you, right? If it works for you, it works for you. This is the project that has been being worked on throughout COVID. This is my Oracle deck that will eventually come out, where I'm doing, it looks so much prettier now, the new versions that I've been working on. But it's got an association word with each of these locations I've traveled to all over the world, right? Structure for Washington, D.C., or explore for the water off Seattle, or anticipate for the mazes in Vancouver, BC. So taking that to show people where I'm at with this project. Soul Revive Tarot, this is actually multiple decks by the same artist, and I've chosen to combine them. The new versions of this deck are in a wide format, like more like this shape rather than this shape. But I got a hold of the artist and requested that they do a reprint for me, because they're doing print on demand anyway, of the original size. Modern Witch Tarot, again, one of my pocket bag things, like I go everywhere. You'll notice that it's a smaller size. I actually purposefully got the ones offline, like the cheap mock-up kind of things, like the ones you pay too little for. Don't normally do that. However, I did that because I wanted something that fit in my hand, right? I wanted something that was able to like really be easy for me to handle. How I ethically did that is that I purchased a copy of the cheap one. I then purchased a full price one, and I gave the full price one away, right? So that's how I personally handled the fiscal ethics of that. Now, H.G. Wells gifted me this. I love H.G. Anyway, Wendell, excuse me, gifted me a copy of this. It's also a major arcana only deck, but it's by Le Page Novembre out of France, and it's it's a journey of queer joy. It's beautiful poetry. I'm not going to flip through it because it's got a delicate box. This is my other continuously ongoing project for the last 17 years, which is my own tarot deck, but instead of the suits being, wands and cups and whatnot, the suits are leather, lace, latex, and you'll see some of these are blank because they haven't been updated. That one I don't have rights to. This is a piece of photography by Rigger J. So I've replaced those suits, and the suits that are going to be the major arcana, instead of being the Fool's Journey, it's the Wanderer's Journey. Fifth Spirit Tarot, oh my gosh, also one of my regular reading decks. Claire is going to be, Charlie Claire Burgess is going to be there with their brand new book, Radical Tarot. So that comes out this week. Check out Radical Tarot. I'm so excited about it. So I am taking this, A, to get it signed, but B, because it's also one of my regular reading decks. Portable Fortitude is a series of talismans. I mean, it's hard quite to explain this thing, but I find in some readings, it's nice to be able to give people like the concept of a spell to go home with. So that's a nice piece. Morgan's Tarot has been my go-to oracle deck for 20 years, right? Love this thing. It is cheesy, it is stupid, it has, I mean, these are nice cards, love card and whatnot, but it has a card like, it's not a perfect circle, but it's a perfect whatever it is, right? Like, it's funny, it's irreverent, but it also speaks true to me. This deck consistently reads honesty. There were, however, these two other decks that were made by not the same artist. I thought for the longest time these three were by the same artist. But Postcards for a Liminal Space has been sold out and unavailable for, God, probably 15 plus years. But a new version, a new partner deck, Visions in the Liminal Space, came out about 5 years ago, maybe a little more, and is available for mass purchase. And these, I use these as supplementary cards. So say I am reading a tarot deck and I pull up the Magician and I'm like, you know what, I need some clarification. I could pull from the same deck, but sometimes to change my brain up a little bit, I'll use an oracle deck as a secondary piece. So that's one of the reasons I'm taking these. I love these pieces. I love the Liminal Space series. I really do. Food Fortitude, if you don't know about Food Fortunes, the suits are the suit of beverage, the suit of sides, the suit of mains, and the suit of desserts, if I recall. What's weird is that it actually does read as a tarot deck. It's also got a lot of like symbolism built into it. It's funny, it's usable, I love it. And then I wanted to make sure, just like I'm bringing a lenormand deck, I wanted to bring one Tarot de Marseille style deck. So the Triomphe de Luna, this is by Patrick Valenza, who did the same deck. God, he's done a number of decks. But anyway, the Triomphe de Luna is my favorite TDM deck, Tarot de Marseille deck that I have right now. And then the one other last thing that I am taking is, or other two last things, tarot reading spread, big nice velvet drape to have it look professional / keep my cards good, a little piece of quartz to put on top of decks that I've just used, and then a stack of business cards, because, you know, you should find me at passionandsoul.com. So thank you all for going on this pre-trip with me. So that's my current thing. It might change up between here and when I leave for the Northwest Tarot Symposium in about a week, or a little less than a week. It's in like 5 days. Anyway, love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.